Hi, my name is Zoe, and today we're going to read The Biggest Christmas Tree Ever. The biggest Christmas tree ever. Once there were two mice who fell in love with the same Christmas tree, but you had to see it to believe it. Everyone in Mouseville loved Christmas trees. Every Christmas, families all over town put up the biggest, most beautiful tree they could find. But first came Thanksgiving. The day before the celebration, Clayton, the house mouse, took a walk around Mouseville. He knew he should be thinking about giving thanks, but the chill in the air reminded him of Christmas. You know what? He said out loud. This year I'm going to find the biggest Christmas tree ever. Like you just saw in the first cover, the fat big one.
That's right. That's the biggest Christmas tree ever.
Yeah. Not far away, Clayton's friend Desmond, the field mouse, said exactly the same thing. I don't know why they say the same thing, but it just tells you that. The night Clayton helped his mom and dad, his brother Andy, and his sister Trudy make a special cheese casserole and a nut pie for Thanksgiving dinner. Over at Desmond's house, Desmond and his brother Maurice helped Uncle Vernon fix a big pot of vegetable stew and a cheesecake. Everyone ate much too much. After dinner, Clayton's grandma and grandpa sat in the living room, holding their tummies and grumbling. Over at Desmond's, the cousins from across the road stretched out on Uncle Vernon's sofa and took a nap. Oh, they're laughing, it looks like. With their open mouth. The following morning, Clayton woke up early. He wanted to be first at Clara's Christmas tree farm at the edge of town. That way he could have his pick of the biggest trees. Over at Desmond's house, Desmond tumbled out of bed. Same thought.
With the same thought.
With the same thought. You see, this is Clara's Christmas tree farm. Clayton hurried over to Clara's, but it was hard to go very fast. He was still too full of Thanksgiving dinner by the time he reached the Christmas tree farm. He was out of breath. He looked around. No one else was there. Moments later, Desmond arrived. He too was full of Thanksgiving dinner. He too had found it hard to hurry. He took a deep breath and stumbled inside.
Everybody ate too much, huh?
Yeah. That they just take a nap.
Oh, so tired.
Yeah. Clayton wobbled down the rows of trees. Here was a nice one, but it was much too small. There was another, but it was squat and had a crooked top. Over there was a third, but it was average height and had big gaps between the branches. You know what average means? between the other ones. Between like medium.
Yeah,
medium.
sure. Middle, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Struggling down another row. Desmond was having the same problems. No, he's sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton leaned against a tree. It was scrawny and not very tall. I'll never find the tree I want, he said. I better go home. And not far away, squinting at another tree, Desmond said, I'll never find the tree I want. I better go home. They said the same thing.
Yeah.
This is too short.
Mm-hmm.
It's babyish. When Clayton reached his house, it was only the middle of the morning, but he was still full and he was tired. He fell back into bed. He's sleeping again. When Desmond reached his house, he too went back to bed. Oh, it's different. This is purple and this is green, and he has this and he has this.
Mm-hmm. So two different houses.
Yeah. And the bed blankets are different.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton woke up for lunch and spoke to his dad. Dad said, go out this afternoon. Walk to the far edge of the Christmas tree farm. The biggest trees are there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. When Desmond woke up for lunch, Uncle Vernon told him the same thing. Oh, so long tail. Even touching the ground.
Uh-huh.
What kind of mouse is like that? That afternoon, Clayton went out again at the very same time. Desmond did too. Clayton walked to the far edge of the Christmas tree farm. He looked at one big tree after another, but none of them looked like the biggest Christmas tree ever. Down another path, Desmond was having the same bad luck. Oh, this is so no branches here.
Yeah, not that nice, huh?
Yeah, not like filled and not that. It's so ding. Starting to lose hope, Clayton peered around a very thick trunk. Desmond peered around the same thick trunk. They bumped heads and fell down. I bet you are looking for the biggest Christmas tree ever, said Clayton. I bet you are looking for the biggest Christmas tree ever, said Desmond. Why don't we find it together, said Clayton. No one said we couldn't, said Desmond. They sat out through the rows of trees. They looked and looked until it was almost dark. Oh, that's long. Oh, wow, this is the biggest Christmas tree, and these are so little. They're pointing. Just as they were ready to give up, there it was. A Christmas tree so big and so tall it reached the sky.
Yeah, the one that you pointed, right?
Yeah, and it's even out of the line. Not because it's so tall. Oh, you see all the like tools to get it. How will we cut it down? Clayton asked. It's much too big for the two of us. Where will we Put it, Desmond added. It won't fit in your house or mine. Clayton and Desmond smiled. Our family will help us, they said together. And that is what happened. Clayton's dad and Uncle Vernon came out with their axes. These are the axes.
Mm-hmm.
They just have ropes. Desmond and Clayton has ropes.
Mm-hmm.
And with the help of Clayton and Desmond, they chopped down the giant tree. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Yeah, wow. Both families called on friends and those are the families.
Yeah, they're carrying the huge tree
Both
all together.
These are a lot of people in the family.
Mm-hmm.
Both families called on friends and relations, and together they loaded the tree onto 100 red wagons and pulled it to Clayton's front yard. They decorated it with the most wondrous ornaments and colored lights. Wow!
Look at that.
Look at that. Everyone's marching around.
Mm-hmm.
And on Christmas Eve, with all of Mouseville celebrating around it, the biggest Christmas tree ever lit up the entire hillside. Clayton and Desmond shared a high five. We did it, said Clayton. All of us together, said Desmond.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in other books, you see.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the biggest, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The end. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas, Zoe.
Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year.